Well, for over 40 years, the Loeries, a non-profit association, has been championing creativity and innovation. Tonight, the Loeries Awards are taking place at the Durban ICC. The awards honor creativity in the advertisement and brand communication industry. Our reporter Mlungisi Khumalo is there to share all the excitement. Good evening, Mlungisi. What's the buzz like at the ICC?
And a good evening to our viewers at home. Yes, let me greet you again, Mahendra, and a good evening to our viewers at home. We are currently here at the Durban ICC, and I can tell you, Mahendra, that the mood is dynamic and extravagant. I mean, people have come out in their numbers to celebrate the 41st Loeries Awards. I mean, this is where we celebrate creativity, ingenuity, and of course, brilliance. We are here to celebrate people that have actually seen the art of advertisement and brand communication differently. Now, these are the people that have taken this industry into a whole new level. And I must point out to you, Mahendra, that we've got over 2,500 entries from all across Africa and the Middle East, and we've got 15 countries that have participated in this year's 41st Loeries Awards. But to tell me more about today's events, I've got the CEO of Loeries, Mr. Andrew Human, who will just give us a brief overview. Thank you very much for your time, Andrew Human. I mean, I've said almost everything that you wanted to say, but briefly, what are these awards all about?
Hi, firstly, thanks for joining us this evening. The role of these awards is to celebrate and inspire creativity. A lot of people think an award you're just handing out something, but actually it's about getting it under everybody's skin and getting people excited so that people come here and you also see the best work from the region so that you leave here going, wow, I'm going to leave straight out of here and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do better work.
And how were the entries like, Andrew?
It was great. As you said, we had over 2,500 entries. We have over 140 judges, so it all happens in this week. We started judging on Monday, so we only have all the results now. Nobody knows the results, so last night was the first night of some categories, and tonight's the final categories where we see who actually takes home the medal.
And I expect competition is extremely stiff.
Yes, it's very tough, and again, as you say, we've got very strong countries from across the region, and that's what's nice for us here in South Africa. You get to have a competition with your neighbors. You can see how you're performing. You're living in your own bubble. You think you're doing well, but this is nice. We go all the way from here all the way to Turkey, and we're looking at work across the region.
Andrew, we are celebrating creativity, biodiversity, cultural and heritage and tradition. Now, what's the difference between the entries both from Africa and the Middle East?
Well, it's a very good question, because one of the things we look at is we're a locally regional show. So we want to show how work is relevant. So you're not trying to make global work. You're looking at Kenyan work for Kenyans. You're looking at South African work. It's talking in a local voice. You're creating culturally relevant work here. And we have Saudi Arabia, for example. Then you see work that is relevant to Saudi Arabia. It's in different languages. It's not just, so we have work in Zulu, we have work in Arabic, we have work in Turkish. So it's great to see, and you look at work in these languages and you see how these ideas come to life.
Andrew, I love the Loeries. I was here last year. What is it that's different that we can expect this year?
Well, I think always the main thing is coming out the work. So, and also this year we have, after the awards, we have a big after party right here, and that's the big difference. So we're going to be celebrating. So once we announce the winners, we're going to be celebrating the winners until 6 a.m. here at the Durban ICC. And I think everybody's looking forward to recognizing the work and having a big celebration of that work.
I mean, here we are here to celebrate people that persuade the whole entire human race. These are the influencers. Now, over the years, how has advertisement grown?
Well, also it's a good question. So, for example, the United Nations has launched something called the Unstereotype Alliance, and the Loeries, we are the first, we're the first ally partner of the Unstereotype Alliance from our region. And the Unstereotype Alliance is about how we as advertising, how do we make a difference? So it's not enough to just do advertising that reinforces negative stereotypes. but how can advertising lead society? So how do we show positive change? So that's where you're talking about gender as well as race. How do we change people's perceptions? How do we break down those barriers?
Thank you very much. That was Andrew Human, the CEO of Loeries Africa and the Middle East. I mentioned earlier on, Mahendra, that we are here to celebrate culture, ingenuity, and of course, brilliance. Now, these are the people that influence public perception. These are the people, of course, that put money into the broadcasting industry when we go out on adverts. Over back to you, Mahendra.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I wish I was there myself. Mlungisi Khumalo joining us from